Well, this is a pro video, but it's with a phone. It's a pro video setting. So I don't know what it's going to do on pro. I watched the GoPro 13 Black Hero video instructions by, I think his name is Jason Hinkle. Excellent, excellent YouTube video. Now I have all the questions answered. All I needed to do is to figure out how to open which door to put the battery in. I have the battery. I don't have an eSIM. I gotta buy an eSIM so I can save whatever I record. And then I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that camera, boy. I have all the stuff I need except for the eSIM, the lenses, and the filters, which I could get on Amazon if I could convince them that I'm a human. And I need a new email address, a business address for the email for Beryl D. Wills Wood Floors, so I can use my new credit card, which has that company name on it associated with it, plus my name, and then it will all make sense to Amazon, I hope. This Google business isn't working because it doesn't like how I filled in the form. It doesn't like the zip code, but it's the right zip code. It's 1234 El Camino Real 101, Burlingame 94010, USA, California. So I gotta figure out how to fill it in and convince Amazon that I'm human and that I can pay, and then I think they'll send my lenses and my filters and my eSIM and whatever else I want to buy to the next place I'm going to, which is going to be Airport Inn and Suites at 6 Electron or Electra something in Johannesburg, 5 minutes from the airport from OR Tambo. And I'll probably stay there like a month until I get all the eBay stuff, and it has a kitchen. It's a little condo with a private kitchen, which is what I need. Need a private kitchen, and I need to have some way of getting groceries without walking to the grocery store, and without using Uber Eats, which delivers to the wrong address. Uber Eats delivered a whole bag of groceries to a place that the place that was Umhalaga apart hotel. I was there for like a week, and they said they didn't get the second bag of groceries. And Uber Eats took a picture of it there, so somebody's not telling the truth. Anyway, $100 went down the drain. Somebody got free groceries. And then I had a second order from here, from Ladysmith, and they sent it to Durban. So somebody got some free vape, so enjoy. I can afford it. You know, you can have the free groceries. Whoever's karma is good karma. You got free vape and free groceries last week. But I also do need to eat, and I don't have any more weight to lose. I'm down to 115 or less. It'd be nice if you could share. I don't trust Uber Eats anymore. Mr. D won't take an American card. We're running out of options. I found one restaurant locally in Ladysmith that I emailed, and they came here with food that had too much tomato in it. I discovered if I douse it with extra virgin olive oil and eat it in very small portions, I can tolerate it. So I did eat half of the palak paneer. It was actually paneer masala, not palak paneer. I should have told you palak was spinach. If I can manage to get to the Pick and Pay, then I think the restaurant is next to it. I'll come in and order there and make sure it doesn't have tomato in it. And the other one that I ate most of was the lamb, and so far so good. I ate it in 2 portions, and then today I made rice and beans, and I didn't eat it yet. This doesn't taste good. I tried to doctor it up, but it really doesn't taste that great. First I burned the rice in the blessed microwave because I didn't put enough water in it. It's out there for someone to clean up. Sorry. I didn't break the bowl, though. I just have to dump the burned rice, which you just have to pick up, put it in the garbage. I'll clean the bowl if you want. It'd be nice if you put some more liquid out there for washing dishes. If I can get to the Pick and Pay, I will leave you a bag of oatmeal and I'll buy an extra bag of oatmeal, right? It's not that expensive. It's like $5 for me. I don't know why it's so expensive for you. I can pay you back with a card. I just can't give you cash until I got cash. And who knows when I'm going to get cash. Hopefully in a few days or today or tomorrow. Whenever I get the blessed pin, which the bank, Chase Manhattan sent a pin from New York City or Texas to California because that's where the company is located. Farrell D. Wills Wood Floors. And boss man, Farrell D. Wills, is my old friend, and so he's been letting me use his card for the last 2 months. Well, it doesn't work so much in Africa because they want a physical card. Well, that took a month to get here. It took 2 weeks to get from California to Durban, and I waited there for an extra 2.5 weeks for it and had to go to 2 extra hotels after paying for this one just to get the UPS with a card in it. That's all it was the USPS special delivery express envelope from Burlingame with just a card in it, and fortunately it worked, and I can use it to pay for stuff if the bank doesn't block it for going over the limit, which is why I don't like credit. When I have a debit card that works, there's no limit. Limit is how much money you got in a bank. So I usually have more than that. And in any event, I can pay up to $4,000 when it's clear. Right now, I have no idea how much credit I have. I thought I had $2,000 yesterday, and then I went to buy some stuff well, the eBay stuff I already bought before I got here, before he told me I had 1,990 something credit. And then I reserved a hotel room with it, and they overcharged, and then Membra created problems, which we cleared up 2 days ago. And then he told me I had 1,900 and something. Okay, so then I reserved at the current place near OR Tambo, this airport inn and suites. I got a very good price at Agoda, much better than Booking, and much better than the actual hotel website, which is not a hotel, it's condos. I think they're service condos, which is what I need. I need a service condo where I can get it made when I want a maid to do the cleaning, and I can tell her not to come in when I don't want her to come in. And I'm holding the phone up now at the sun because it's now really bright in the sky, and that's what I usually stare at when I pray. And then I go in and try to do my business. And today I'm going to try to walk to the Pick and Pay, which I think is in a little strip mall next to everything else I need pretty much, except the dentist and the spa, which is a bigger store, which might have soy milk or Pick and Pay doesn't. There's supposed to be a hair salon near there and a Canna joint, which has CBD oil, which I need. Very much need, because I'm totally out of oil and have had no herb in quite a long time. But I do have a prescription for it, so I also need to find a doctor to write an African prescription because I'm going to be here like another 6 weeks. So I'm going to need some oil. And in that private kitchen, I can bake and cook to my heart's content as long as I can get groceries. Now it looks to me like there's 2 suns. Is that a reflection? Is that Nibiru, or is that some kind of camera reflection? I've seen that in Oregon. I've seen it elsewhere. And that halo around it looks like it's always there. Is that something we need to be concerned about? It looks like there's got a moon. I see 2 white things in the sky. A bigly white thing, which is the sun, and that blob, which is always there, which I don't know what it is, with the green halo around it. So I don't know what the conspiracy theories about Nibiru. H.A. Gentile that does Y-Files, he did a whole thing on Nibiru. He said it's not fake, but we don't have to worry about it for quite a long time. Hope not. I want to live for another 50 years. I don't want to deal with Nibiru crashing into Earth anytime in my lifetime. That, I hope, is the moon, the other white thing. Anyway, that's the sun, the African sun. I'm lying on the ground. The neighbor, Mendy something, just introduced himself. He's next door. Seems like a nice guy. I don't know how much English he understands because he asked me about the pin a few times. I told her what I just told you. The bank is Chase Manhattan. It's in New York City. They have a branch in California. I don't know where they send the pin from, but it's not California. According to Gemini, which is Google robot brain, is sent from either New York or from Midwest somewhere like Nebraska, where what's his name is, Warren Buffett, or is sent from Texas. I don't know why Texas, but that's where they send the cards from. And it takes a week to go from there to California in the mail, in the secure mail thing. And then my partner, Farrell Wills, opens it up, reads it, takes a picture of it, puts it on secure email, and sends it to me. But I didn't get it yet, so I keep on nagging him every day. Where's the pin, Farrell? Where's the pin, Farrell? Where's the pin? I need the pin. I need cash, Farrell. I needed cash a month ago, Farrell. I wanted cash before I got here, Farrell. We were supposed to have cash, Farrell. Where's the cash, Farrell? I need a pin. So, I'm also asking Jesus, Moses, and Mossad for the pin. And the next door neighbor over here just said he has a car. Whenever I get the pin and the cash, he'll drive me to the ATM to get the cash, and then I can pay him and get the blessed oatmeal that I'm supposed to be eating because I can't digest very much. Okay, now, am I okay? Well, kind of, sort of. I'm not less okay than when I got here. I'm probably more okay than when I arrived. I can walk up and down the stairs with difficulty. I don't know about that gate, but if I can get down the stairs, I'm going to try to open the gate and get out of here. See how far I get on Randall Lane. It's flat, and it's only 550 meters. I should be able to walk 550 meters. I was walking 5 kilometers in Athens like 2 months ago. I was walking more than a kilometer in the airport last month. And I even walked around the block in Durban earlier this month. So I should be able to walk half a kilometer to the grocery store and then get them to get a taxi back here. Because once I get there, I can show them the card works. And they already know it works because I bought it Pick and Pay in Durban, and the card worked. And the card worked to pay the restaurant. And the card worked to pay this place. So the card works. It's just that people don't want a card, they want cash. I don't blame them. They want cash. I would want cash for them too. I just don't have cash. I have a gold tooth, but you got to take the gold off the tooth to get the gold to a pawnbroker to weigh it and assay it and then give the money. There's probably somebody in Doha that could do that, but I don't know where there is here. Doha's got a whole big gold kiosk at the Hamadi airport. If I take Qatar Airlines to get to India, I will get to go through there again. And I have a ticket that I bought for Perth on the 8th of April. Somebody, like Farrell, has to call them on a phone because I don't have an eSIM. For South Africa, I can't call anybody. So, and they won't do it at the airport. You have to call customer service, show them the ticket you bought, give them the transaction number, show them the credit card you use, give them the date. Then they will change the ticket because it's $662. They're not going to give up on the $60. That's a lot of money, $662. And they have a policy of rerouting, refunding. They're not going to argue about it, but they got to know what you're talking about. And it has to be in one place. Unfortunately, California is 9 hours behind South Africa, time-wise, so he just went to bed. He's not going to even hear my messages nagging him about the pin. He saw them yesterday nagging about the pin. I said, please call the bank, get the money back from Membro, which he did, reluctantly, because he wanted to talk to Membro. He didn't want to talk to them. I said, call Membro and tell them to give the money back. They re-rented the room. They mitigated. They rented me a room. I didn't show up because I was sick. And then they immediately re-rented it to somebody else, and they told me that. So where's the money? They took $2,500 and blocked the card. So we got that back. It took 2 days after he finally listened to me and called Chase and demanded it from Chase. Chase got it back right quick. Okay. So then what? So now we need the pin. Where did they send it a week ago? Where is it? So hopefully in 9 hours from now when he wakes up, he'll call the bank and say, we didn't get the pin yet. Can we have the bar? It'll be there. Then we could get the neighbor to take me to the ATM and get the cash. That would be great if I have it in 9 days before I have to go somewhere else without cash. Because it's really a bummer driving around without cash. You can't tip anybody. And you can't get the oatmeal you need. Why can't they get oatmeal? How much does oatmeal cost? I paid for 30 blessed breakfasts. I have not got one single breakfast. You know, today is the 22nd day of my sojourn in Ladysmith. It's over in 9 days. I still haven't had any oatmeal that was provided by anybody except me, and I ran out. I need to eat that. I need to eat that and flax, and then I won't have any bowel problems. It's really a bummer to not be able to poop when you're 67 and 3/4 and you can't poop. And then you have hemorrhoids, and then a bad back, and Parkinson's, and then you end up on the floor like this for a week. I'm not in pain, and there's no muscle spasms, thank God. And it's not shaking that much. Maybe I can walk. I don't know. We'll find out in a few minutes or an hour or so when I try. I'm gonna try, okay? Until I get the pin, I'm gonna try to walk over there, but I don't know how far I'm gonna get. Maybe not very far, maybe all the way. Maybe it's totally ridiculous. As soon as I walk down there, I'm going to see how close it is, and I'll feel real silly. That's what happened in Akko, okay? When I was in Casablanca, I had the same problem. Bowel obstruction, tremors, couldn't walk. And then I started walking around the block. And then I saw a doctor there that fixed it. And then I was able to walk around the block, and then I walked around the block, and then I wrote to the Airbnb landlord, who was Moshe Cohen at the time, and I said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get groceries by myself. And he said, well, it's only half a kilometer to walk from my house to the grocery store. I said, well, half a kilometer is a long way for me. And he said, really? Okay, well, there's a taxi. Okay, there's a bus. Okay, well, I don't usually ride buses, but he showed me how to do it for free. Taxis in Israel are cheap, too. It's like $10. $5. Not very. If you can get them to come, they don't come without a phone call. Well, you have to use Get, which is a phone app, which is somehow challenging for me as well. I think I managed it once or twice, but then they can't find you right away, then they're going to call anyway and say, where are you? If they know exactly where you are and the pin is correct and they get a GPS reading, then they will go to that pin with the GPS coordinate, and then you hook up. If you're in any weird place where the GPS pin is approximately where you are, they're not going to wait. That's what they do in Israel and anywhere else. You got to order it. They're busy. I think in Athens, if you stand in Pelopestimio, where the major street where the metro station is, Alex Christopher knows what it is. He broadcasted from there and from Syntagma and Omonoia. If you go to a major street and stand there, yellow taxis will stop in Athens, but I don't think anywhere else do they stop, actually. They don't stop in Israel, they don't stop in Nicosia. You gotta order one in advance. And the police ordered the last one there and got a special deal for me because of the preposterous purple-haired Potter. And what else is going to tell you? Yeah, it's hard to get taxis unless you use a phone app, or your neighbor drives, or there's actually a van in the parking lot here that says, I have a WhatsApp number, maybe they'll read my text and schedule something. I would like Tommy from Eagle Yellow Cabs to come back here, and I'll pay him for the whole day. If you're listening, Tommy, come get me on the 31st at 10. I don't care how much, I mean, I do care, but I'll pay you $75 for, it'll be 8,000 Rand. No, it'll be 4,000 Rand. I'll pay you 4,000 Rand. That's the same trip you made before, 4,000 Rand. I'll pay you a tip if I have cash, okay? 4,000 plus for whatever cash I can get. To tip you reasonably. I'll feed you. I'll sing to you, okay? Just come back here and get me. I trust you. I don't trust anybody else right now. It's possible that I'll find another driver between now and the 31st. Probably even. So that's probably a good idea. Because it's hard to talk to people when I'm not sure what they understand. They don't respond in English. When they do, they're asking the same question a few times. Apparently they're not understanding my answer, and they don't read. It's a problem. Then I get really tired, and if I'm in pain as well, I'm tired because I haven't slept in a few days, and hungry because I don't have the food I need. And I don't feel like talking, I mean, I came here to chill and do music and maybe find a dog. And I'm not going to find a dog here. There is no dog in Ladysmith that I want to get. I want a Belgian Malinois. They are in Bloemfontein, which is too far away. They are in Belgium, I suppose, and they are in North Dakota, in San Diego, and not very many other places where they train them as mobility dogs. You see, I need the dog and I need it trained as a mobility service dog, or else I'm going to have problems transporting the dog. I want to travel with a service dog, but it has to be trained as a licensed mobility service dog, because if it's just a guard dog, it won't do what I need it to do. It'll have the same situation I had with the last two dogs. So I want to get a Belgian Malinois and someone that knows how to train it correctly with me, and have the proper papers and everything so she doesn't have to travel in a box like luggage. So I can take her away when I stay for a few months or a year when I get the right visa. Okay, that should be good enough. I see the sun is on there. It looks like it got the sun. Now I told you the whole story. I answered all the questions this Mindy guy next door asked me. I didn't get a good look at the woman. I don't know if she's pretty or somebody else because I don't have my spectacles on and I'm half asleep. I did find the Nescafe, thank you for that. It's kind of old Nescafe, it's caked up, you could get a fresh one. If I get to the store, I'll buy you an extra one of everything and leave it here, okay? I don't care. The price is nothing for me, it's just a hassle to get there. I can't find anybody to bring it here, okay? They all want phone OTPs. We cannot receive a verification code of this phone with the Israeli number. It has to be a South African number. It won't work. Wow. Well, the Vodafone place is next to the market I can't get to. They're all in the same shopping mall, which is 550 meters from here, so wish me luck. I'm going to pray over it, and then I'm going to try to get out of here and go do it before they close at 8 p.m. There is a phone app. I don't know if I could use it. I could try, but every time I use a phone app, it asks me to verify my ID with an Oscar Thomas Peter OTP, and I can't receive an OTP on these with an Israeli number. It has to be a local number, or else I don't get anything. And there's no way to do it by WhatsApp or email because they didn't think about deaf people not being able to use phones. I'm not deaf, but I'm severely hearing impaired. You want to know what? You have to read. You have to read what I already posted. It's central auditory processing disorder and hyperacusis. Extreme hyperacusis. I'm extremely sensitive to all sound. Also allergic to perfume. I have a lot of food allergies. I'm not a Jewish princess, okay? I'm sensitive. Okay? I'm eccentric because I'm sensitive. I don't hate people. I just don't like excessive talking, especially if I'm in pain, haven't slept and I'm hungry, and I'm not getting what I need to eat, so I get grumpy. If you leave me alone for a few days, I'm going to recharge my batteries next Sunday, which is very beautiful. And fills me with light. Okay, that's enough.